Upsetty Yeti. Well, who knows? We might need your 29 strength to help in Neglamond. At least all of the guys that you were in the army with are gonna be like, what?
Unfortunately, it has worn off now.
Oh, it wore it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get it.
It's only 24 hours.
Got another of those?
No, because I stole that one from Squad. So unless we find a random magic shop,
You can always find a second squad.
That's a good thing to steal from Squad, though, because that makes me think of that scene at the end of The Little Mermaid when Ursula's just huge, and you're like, whoa, that's intimidating.
Well, at the very least, you got to know what it felt like to be the bigger mouth. So.
Have you been brewing that all week?
No, I literally sort of.
Very nice.
Everyone is a soul. Everyone is a soul. That's all I got from that. What I watched. Everyone is a soul.
It's like a zodiac sign. Means literally nothing.
So I figured out, well, my running theory is that because back when we were in that institute that had like all 6 of those statues and each of us resonated with one of them, and got the message and everything, each of them had a name. Whoops, that's the wrong thing to pull up. I need to pull up my notes, not my email.
No, read us your emails.
Yeah.
We're interested.
Okay, let me pull up one of my ones from school right quick. Open my notes.
Thank you.
Hey, yes.
My notes are just such a fucking mess. I scrolled up and it was like Westlake transgender? Question for.
I fully need to, I need to, because I was really bad when I was in school that I did my notes in like my school notes in like the same notebook, and I'm like, this is fine, it's all chronological, and now I'm like, where the frick am I? Like,
Yeah.
I was the core.
So there was 6 statues, and they each had a name to them. There was the heart, the breath, the amalgam, the head, the friend, the core. From the 6 people that were there, Ollie resonated with the heart, Chance resonated with the breath, Solas was the amalgam, Inqua was the head, Sunny was the friend, and then Arazid was the core. But we found out that Audra is also a friend, so that means more than 6 people can do this, but specifically 6 people who... You need 6 people, one of each of these, the 4 elements, and the husk to be able to restore the sun. So we need to go get the water orb, because that's the last one we need, and then we need to go get the husk.
yeah.
And the water
So-
orb is with Squad.
Yeah.
That's what you were assuming, yeah.
Unless like Squad's dead and Henry has taken over and
Definitely not
Gotta
yet.
read that
ruler
out.
of the south.
I tried to video call Squad and I got a voice message back and it was very eerie.
Who knows? Squad could be just enslaved.
She could just have you on her block list.
Yeah,
It's important to do that for your mental health.
Thankfully that happened to Audra and not to me because I would be freaked the fuck out, but Audra's used to weird things happening. She turned into animals randomly when she was like 12 and she was like, this is okay.
This is fine.
So, the furthest session notes back in this notebook that I'm looking at, just like right now, I've got Ollie heads out of town, and then I've crossed out Ollie and I put hella trustworthy, and then the next dash is killed by a scorpion, and then I cross that out, and underneath I put not quite.
Oh, that's a while ago.
That is a while ago, yeah, but I think still not far enough back to be where we were at the research institute, so I'm gonna have to find a different notebook and look through it.
Yeah, because we figured out that we need to go to the Comptoir Abyss So we need to figure out what one we want to do first after we get done with Onalembo, because we either need to go to Juras and fuck with Squad, or we need to go dive into an abyss.
Whee!
It might
All
be
the fun
safer to dive into the abyss until, I mean, I would say this Aiden character, there's some really powerful spells that I'm like, that are in the works, you know? I'm just not quite there yet.
Yeah, I'm all for going to the abyss because I don't want to get hit with a power word kill.
Yeah, you know, I have some really powerful spells that could, like, you know, help with that, but it's just, you know, I don't have them yet.
I've got quick attack.
I mean, we
yeah.
started last time by just putting silence up and then grappling Squad.
Ooh, I don't
To
know
the
if I
point
have that.
where, yes, but Arazid does. So we
What do I
just
have?
kind of
Wait,
sat
what?
in a
Silence.
yeah. We kind of just had like Chance just kind of like was fighting Squad and everything. We had a silence up. Squad left and then power word killed an NPC, and then we all just went, oh shit. And so we may or may not have put another silence up and then grappled Squad, and just barely killed her with the skin of her teeth. And then learned about a phylactery.
I believe that there was
malice in that laugh.
there was I mean, I can't not. I like that there was like semi-serious, semi-joking talk about straight up purposefully splitting the sanctum in half over Juras to destroy the phylactery.
Also, you know, fun talk of just causing a giant riot to destroy the city because we don't know what it is, so it could be literally any brick in any
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I have ways, so.
I mean, this is
Let's
just
not worry about that for now.
me
Yeah, let's not worry- let's-
designing the campaign for you guys to come like full circle back round to session 1 where you incited a riot in the city of Juras.
Let's do it again.
But for now, the ancient sanctum floats ever onwards to Onalembo. And this is when you finally see a small contingent of people standing outside the city with Naglamandi's flags. Is there anything that any of you would like to do before we land in the city?
The island's gonna stay flying because Chance ain't taking that risk of anybody getting in.
Okay.
We're gonna stop like a bit of a ways out, and then Chance is going to basically tell everybody we're getting on the Gembe and we're going.
The Gembe that Sunny took?
The other Gembe, the Avernus.
Oh, the Avernus. Okay.
Yes.
Are you sure this thing is like stable? It doesn't have like wings or anything.
I don't know. I didn't ride on. No, I've ridden on one. It honestly wasn't.
I mean, I'm just worried about all of you because if it falls out of the sky, I'll be fine. But
Oh, same. I don't give a shit.
I do kind of care, actually.
Yeah.
Look. I trust Inqua. That he repaired this thing to the best of his ability because he doesn't want to die.
We
I also
met
hope
Inqua when he fell out of the sky.
Because some things.
I mean, if it flew before, I guess it's fine. And as I kind of step onto the ship, I'm like, so who is this? Who? Why? What? happened here?
Who, me?
Oh, I mean, you can answer if you want, but I mean,
Oh,
the city, there's
I
like
don't know.
bodies.
Yeah, no
I mean,
idea.
Victorians are happy, but
Last time I left it, it was in like a state of riot and decay, and like other stuff. But I don't know what happened since then. I guess a bunch of people showed up.
No, I mean, like, Chance, like, we should say, like, the whole story, okay? So, we're in on a limbo. It's this place, you know? It's kind of fun. Everything is more expensive there. The homeless people have delicious food. It's weird. And then, Tion, the war chief, he's like, hey, I got a mission for you guys. Can you go clear out that cave over yonder? Because there's, like, an ice demon in it. And all these little ice demon babies. And so we're killing out the ice demons, killing out the ice demon babies. And then Chance is gonna get money for the carapace, for the body of the ice demon. And then we found this like little alcove and it wanted an orb, and so we put an orb in it. And then there's another little alcove and it wanted an orb, so we put an orb in it. And then those orbs talked to the other orbs, and then it just, everything blew up and all of the crystals shattered inside the alcove. And crystal power was what was fueling this entire city. It was just madness. We came back to madness, riots, the hell on earth, basically.
Fire, lots of fire.
Fire. Yeah, fire. Solas saved a lady's cats. And then, or cat. And then, yeah. So then it was like the floating island in the sky. That would be a good thing to go to. These two churches, they started like, they were at war at each other. They're both called the Rise. One of them wants the waters to rise and like wash over and destroy everything, and the other one wants civilization to rise back up and, you know, achieve greatness. But yeah, so then we really like Osaka. Osaka got stabbed by a spearman. We killed him. There might be consequences for that. Violently. But it's okay because Matria covered him in a rock that nobody could move for a day, so they probably never found him, even though there was a witness. And that witness was a child.
Wait, you left witnesses?
There was a child. Anyways.
Is this what happens whenever I get separated, that people decide to leave witnesses?
I don't know why you would do that.
Child. I know that you approve of child labor and child soldiers, but I'm not a child, man.
Yeah, it was either let him go or adopt him, and
There's always the third option of, you know, and then Chance does like the motion of like his hand across the neck.
I like, no. I'm gonna shake her head. No.
okay, Spearman James was a real dick, though, and, like, nobody liked him. He smelled horrible, so they probably did find the body.
So, pin it on him. All you
His
had
own
to do was...
murder?
No,
I was, like,
you
staring
pin
into
the
the
child
distance
stab
right now.
on him. You take the spear and you put it through the child, and then, you know, you put it back with him.
That's a weird way to describe child murder. Take the spear and put it through the child. I don't know. You made it sound like I'm repairing a wagon.
Yeah, it was a little too formulaic there. It was just like, Anyways, so we get up here. We do our whole thing, you know, release Mechas. Solas's mom. We're gonna have to talk about that. Solas isn't on the limbo! Guys, we're all getting in the Avernus. We gotta go. Our guy is down there. Yeah.
Listen, guys, I know that Inqua did a good job repairing this because I barely helped at all, and he was actually very adept, so I think we'll be fine.
I mean, it's fine. There's like maybe one thing I could do to save us all if it goes down in flames, but.
Like on a scale of 1 to 20 on the like repairing scale, I would say it was about a 33.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I think we're good.
33 is nothing to stiff at.
Who's been putting more sweet notes on the maps? Nice. Alrighty.
Aw, that's very cute.
So is it when you guys are roughly in this area that you decide to board the Avernus and sail it off of the edge of the Sanctum?
We're still on the Sanctum map.
Oh, right.
Be like a little bit closer, like this tile, I guess. And then,
Scooch it a bit more.
and then I would say that's, that's good. Then we can, have a nice little glide down.
Falling with style.
Whee!
For my personal reference, about how much distance does each of these tiles represent?
Yeah, a couple of miles.
Okay.
It's set in that each one is 5 miles. So.
Yeah, that was more or less accurate.
Okay. Just I know for long distance spells.
Fair enough.
Cool.
You may need to, upgrade your long distance provider, but. Okay, so how are we trying to sail the Avernus off of the edge?
We get on and it goes?
I assume the mechanic is driving.
Yeah, probably.
Much mechanical. Very trustworthy.
But what power is it? Like, do we need one of Ollie's old crystals, or would Inqua's hand just work?
I have 75 pounds of ice crystal still. That might work.
Of ice crystals? Wouldn't they
Yeah,
all
it's gonna make
shattered?
Well, probably, but they're fine. So it's like I can make nice margaritas out of them. That's what I should buy alcohol supplies.
Margaritas.
And brewer's tools.
Wait, because I do have some crystals still.
You know why I took 75 pounds of ice crystals? Just to make a lot of margaritas, I guess.
You love the craft.
Yeah, you
Inqua
were
was a
really
mixologist.
enjoying it.
He didn't like it, he just was curious about what is the best brew of alcohol. How do you make the best margarita? Is it something where you don't get hungover and incredibly intoxicated, or is it the other way around? Where you get absolutely hammered and then wake up not hungover.
It's the sweet to salty ratio. That's what it
Okay.
is. Yeah.
Okay.
If
You're
it
gonna mix
tastes
that-
good.
Yeah.
Noted.
Okay, but yeah, so we're all gonna load in the Avernus and power it with margarita crystals and sail on down there.
We renamed the Avernus the Margarita.
Yes. The margarita.
So I am going to need the person that is going to take up the position steering the Avernus an intelligence check.
Guess I'll do that. Just flat intelligence.
I will
Yeah.
give you guidance.
Thank you. I'll gladly take a guidance. Intelligence.
A flash of guidance. Very needed.
Okay, I'll also flash a genius here. That's a
We're stacking it.
18.
Oh, with an 18, you are able to, with some significant skill, plot a course off of the Sanctum that seems to be the safest route down. Everyone, hang on to whatever part of the Avernus you can.
Oh boy, here we go. I'm gonna hang on to Arazid.
Hang off to Ollie.
Okay.
Unhand him.
It's a very PG touch. It's like elbow touch.
I don't care.
If
Okay, I'm
Arazid,
Ollie is fun, legit.
if Arazid and Ollie are gonna hang on to each other, I would like them to make dexterity saves with disadvantage.
I'm so dexterous.
I would like everyone else to make a regular dexterity save, please.
All of us will fucking die.
Dexterity saves.
Oh
Whee.
my gosh, I have got rolled higher than like a 10 this whole time.
Oh my god, Ollie! A 19 and a 20 for your disadvantage.
Hell yes, it did.
God damn you two.
Stable than the actual fucking
Love transcends dice.
Sure does.
So, as the thing starts to take off and the thing's going to throw it around, let me find. She's going to adjust her intensity to double her weight.
You know what it is? We're holding each other's like arms around the mast.
Ah.
We're
I'm
locked.
very disappointed, like the last session and this session. It's like I have a +10 in dexterity saves, and I rolled a fucking 2.
At least you had a +10.
So, Matria can roll hers with advantage.
Alright.
Adjust density.
I mean, I think I already know I didn't make the save, right?
Thank
Yeah.
You can turn into a bird on a whim.
Yeah, I will turn into
Audra, Inqua,
giant evil.
and Chance, you all fall prone, and you take that many points of bludgeoning damage from kind of from the landing, throwing you up in the air, and then you smacking back down onto the deck.
You know what? You know, it's okay. I was hungry anyways, and I casted berries.
Thank you.
Fair enough. Arazid, Ollie,
Casted berries.
and Matria all remain on their feet. And dignified as the Gembe soars down and shoots for Onalembo.
Does anyone else want a good berry? I ate one, but there are still 9.
Keep your damn berries.
I'll just eat 3.
Okay.
I ate 3.
Sounds good.
They're delicious and good.
Yeah, they're like Marion berries.
Okay, can I just try one? I'm not like hurt, but I'll just try one.
Yeah! I mean, they fill you up for the day, so if you're hungry.
Oh, okay. Alright. Appetite. Oh, that's really good. That's a good
Yeah,
berry.
see?
Does that mean I can also have one?
Yeah, you can try one.
Yippee! I don't
Add 2
have
to Arazid.
later.
They're good for like a day, so.
Okay.
So, how'd you like that berry? No, never mind. We're on task. Okay. Going to Odalembo.
The Gembe sails forwards towards Onalembo. If there are any last minute things that you want to say to one another, now is the time.
I'm happy we didn't die.
Let's not kill any children while we're here. That's not. I think there should be rules.
Deal. That's a good rule. We should have gone over that rule before.
Also, like, money is like worthless here, but I did find some in my pack underneath these rations that I never ate.
Worthless?
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's play money, so apparently it's worthless. There's no way I can buy a diamond with this.
Okay. Alright.
Welcome to the poverty party.
Poverty party.
Poverty party. I haven't been paid once.
Whee!
Chance. No. Wait, you guys are
Oh.
getting paid?
It's So who's in charge of like the money in this group? It seems like Chance talks about money a lot. But...
It's every man for himself.
I often give out loans.
Okay. Well, could you just? I'm gonna hand Ollie my bag of 188 gold pieces.
Mother.
Could you just hold on to this for me? I need to save up enough to buy a diamond in case one of you die.
Yeah. Great.
This is going to, like, as soon as we land, head towards below deck to go grab the dead person burrito.
Good
oh my
lord.
gosh, it just
Delicious.
doesn't seem like the right time. Okay.
It is absolutely the right time. I just really regret describing it as such.
Yeah, I was eating a chocolate and it started tasting real sour after I heard that. I don't know.
Alright.
Um,
So we will take it as the Avernus arriving outside the gates of Alembo whenever the rest of you want to.
I'm ready.
Yeah, same.
oh, I just have a question about the gold that Audra gave me to hold. Is it like Jarrus gold, or
Yeah.
is it like on Alembo? Oh,
Yeah, it's-
Jarrus?
It's southern.
Yeah, it has it's Grovian gold, so it's like it has little trees stamped on one side, and it's like their clay tablets.
Oh, that's so cute.
Exactly.
I love it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get off this crazy thing because I feel like it almost killed me.
Yep. The Avernus finally crawls to a stop outside the gates of Onalembo.
I hop off.
Yeah, Chance is gonna hop off with their pay.
Arazid disembarks slowly.
This is Ollie.
Okay.
Halt!
Hi.
You. We know you.
Yeah, we've been through this before. Hello, guys. How are ya?
You bring that thing to the city.
Oh, that thing?
No, we're leaving it outside. I hope that's okay.
Are you talking about the mean lady or the boat?
I think they're talking
The
about the
gambler.
island in the sky,
I
guys.
don't think they know the mean lady yet. No.
We are talking
no.
about Island in the Sky.
Oh.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
The thing of
That's
fear.
mine.
Hell on
Got
earth.
it. We
Hell
got
above
card
earth.
keys- We got card keys for it.
Yeah, it's mine. I control it. It's not gonna move anywheres. Once we're done here, it'll go away.
Did you
Promise.
see in the sky back there, the clouds? They wrote out, "It's all fine. Nothing to see here."
That was the
I forgot
other
you did
place.
that. Please roll me a perception check by chance. I mean,
So relying on
sorry,
perception.
persuasion.
Or persuasion, alright. I only have a +2 in that.
Only.
It's 12.
Oh no. Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Would anyone care to assist Chance in
Oh,
his
yeah, I was gonna
attempt?
say, I always get the help
Oh,
action.
but
That's
I
what
mean,
I'm
like,
doing.
Of course, I would be assisting in like the sense of like, oh no, like it's scenic and it was fine. The Mawishu knows it's fine.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Then with advantage, please, Chance.
There you go.
Nice. What is in your... What is in that sheet?
You know how, well, the war chief sent us off to the island to collect those who did not make it. This is the easiest way to carry them.
Theon, lovely man, great friend. Bringing these back for him. We are, yes.
The pair kind of like nudge together to deliberate. They have brought hell with them. Yes, but But they have also brought our comrades. This is above our pay grade.
We
Okay.
also silenced it. It won't be in the sky anymore, at least from what you can see for the majority of the rest of in the next coming weeks.
This
can't
is-
really be honest with how
This is
long it'll
worse. Now we do not know where it is.
be. Oh.
But
Isn't
No, but-
hell just a concept in your mind anyways? Don't you think it would give you, like, kind of peace of mind to not know exactly where it's located?
it will give me peace of mind if you took this to someone higher up than us.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we had to.
You may pass, please.
One last question. What's with the flags?
Oh yeah, we should clear that up.
And like the bodies.
Wait, which bodies are you referring to there, Audra?
I mean, there were ones you said there were bodies stacked up like on the gate or on the sides of like something. There were like bodies mounted. I thought.
Are there? Wait, what?
Yeah, I remember that being
I
described.
think so.
I think you...
Oh, I think it was just like, because I think how Ren had described it at the end of last session was that there was like people kind of on the walls,
Yeah.
right? Like watching, like suddenly.
Okay, I thought those were bodies.
Ah.
Stick-
Yeah, basically in like this kind of direction just off map there is like medium-sized gathering of people sitting outside of the city with the Naglement flags attached to their camp.
Oh, gotcha.
They are alive as far as you can tell.
Like, Chain's kind of like juts his head towards like there. Then, what's the deal with them?
Trade party.
All right.
Ooh, a party! I can make margaritas.
Oh my gosh, a trade party.
Oh yes,
And
please. From
Well, thank you, boys.
as you all filter into the city and pass by the shipyard, you hear some very aggressive swearing coming from the roof. Work, damn you! Fucking crystals!
Awkward.
What was that? I missed that.
Someone shouts from the top of Crosstail Shipyard. Work, damn you! Fucking crystals!
Oh.
Is Matria disembarking?
No. She has nothing. She has nothing to do in this town. She's gonna stay on the boat.
Alrighty.
No money for you.
She doesn't have any shoes. Anyway.
You guys go straight to Tian's palace then, I assume?
Yeah, that's where Chance is going. He wants to get paid.
Yeah.
And standing outside the palace as you enter is your old friend Sisypho. And two even older faces.
Oh my god.
Haruka looks up, takes in most of the party, notices Ollie, waves at her with a beaming smile.
Oh, I'm gonna throw that one back, yeah.
And beside her, how does Casey react?
Just simply stares.
Understandable. It's hard to read his expression anyway.
Yeah.
Audra, picking up that some of the party may know these two, may ask questions as you guys approach.
I'll just kind of gently nudge Ollie, seeing her like throw a spell back. Like, do we know these people? These friends? Or
Oh yeah, and I'm just gonna sidle up like, yeah, so that is Haruka. He's like a badass with a sword. He really helped us take care of a meatball at a wedding. And that is Casey. He's a dick. He's the fucking worst. If you think Chance is bad, this motherfucker, he will honestly kill people. He makes himself out to be like some kind of a doctor, but it's like bad. Like, you do not want him to be your doctor. He will put you down like a dog in the street.
Audra's eyes go wide.
But he's great with kids. Pediatrician.
Oh, he's not. He's really obsessed with fate. So if he asks you anything, just like tell him you're operating on fate. If you can get that in naturally.
That sounds like drugs.
Yeah.
Operating on fate.
When you talk to Casey, it is like he's on fate drugs. So yeah.
Okay, so there's 3 people here. So that's Haruka. That's Keisu. Who's that?
That's Sisyphus. I don't remember him at all.
Wasn't here our friendly fascist, a tyrant we can trust?
That is his boss. Audra, please roll me a history check.
Okay, I can do that. I'll cast guidance on myself.
Yeah.
Because not as smart as I'd like.
I would argue it would be with advantage, considering that Ollie has just filled you in, but fair enough, you didn't need it anyway. You remember Casey.
What the?
From your days...
I remember Keisu?
From your days at the monastery just east of Grove. When you would spend your time there studying their particular take on fate. He was one of the many monks that resided in said place.
Did I know him personally, or was he just around?
You recognize the mask.
Like, I can't imagine anyone knows him personally.
I mean, to be frank, given my 7th class, we might have been reading in the same section from time to time.
Yeah. He's like a face, so to speak, that you're quite familiar with.
Did
I do a
Casey
little-
hate
I do a little wave.
No, the entirety of that was completely misstrewn.
But didn't Casey, like, actively destroy books?
Yeah, pretty often.
Okay, yeah, I'm not mixing this up with
There
Kapoor.
was one time that he just had found some enjoyment of flicking things and turning them to dust. That just so happened to be books, and everybody construed it with him hating.
I don't know why everyone thinks that I hate books so much. Maybe it has something to do with me destroying all those books that one time.
No, it was their fate to be turned to dust. You see, if he flicked them and it was stayed, then it was their fate not to be.
Aha! I mean, I can't
That means
fault it
you're-
personally.
I'm sure an archaeologist would accept that.
Oh, must have been some guy using his magic powers to turn things into dust.
His magic power called knowing what time does to things.
Alright. Would anybody stop Chance if he just started pushing through?
No, I mean, I'm like waving and trying to say hi to
Oh.
Casey, but I'm not like
Oh, maybe
blocking
more
you
of like
physically.
a, hey, you don't be all this aggressive, like, let's just be friendly here. I know you have
Like
Maybe.
not aggressively pushing, more of like, you know,
Just
I'm
walking
moving through
around.
I'm moving through like a crowded area, and I'm like slightly
Oh.
bumping shoulders.
Oh, okay.
Like-
yeah, no, that's fine. I thought you were
Just like walk around and then try and get in.
I'll just watch from distance, make sure you don't do anything too stupid.
Keisu, my waffle recipe has gotten a lot better. You gotta try it.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
Oh, brutal.
Get fair. Oh, I should have.
Oh,
He's
wait.
peaked.
He's what?
Oh,
His interest is peaked.
Gotta get off of Twitter.
Stares Ollie down. I highly doubt that.
For the uninitiated, an insight roll was just whisper rolled to me. And while I will not reveal
I feel like
the
it's
results,
better. I feel like.
Keisu, even through his expressionless mask, appears not won over by your testimony.
It's okay, you know. I'm learning. It's not for everybody, but it should be waffles. Hey, Haruka, you ever had any waffles?
Too many.
Too many?
Mostly from this guy. He doesn't shut up, eh?
About waffles?
No, he waffles on.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I don't understand that.
Must you speak so, Haruka? You know that it was fate that had put us here at this place. That, if not, why would we not be here to re-meet these people? It was simply fated to happen.
Just because you think fate has had something to do with it does not mean that I cannot take my fun with it, Keisu.
You know what?
To not have fun? It was fated to happen.
I suppose it was fated that this would happen, wouldn't it? And she reaches out to smack your face.
Oh god, I'm just gonna get in between them. Wow, again, this says that you guys were fated.
It's
to
like
be best friends who never fight.
it's like a very playful kind of style. So whether or not honestly Keisu is going to bother to try and evade it is another matter.
He doesn't really.
Yeah.
Just lightly gets smacked.
Yeah. It is like she's trying to just make a playful point. The fabric of your hood gets brushed. That's kind of the extent of
Do we
things.
see? Does it pull back a little and show his hair or something?
No, it gets
Identifiable?
brushed the opposite direction. He actually becomes more mysterious as a result.
Kisu reaches up, readjusts the hood, and just gives the slightest of chuckle.
Okay, it seems like you're adjusting well, Keisu. Haruka, thank you for making him a normal person a little bit. Anyways, we're here to see Tion.
He's he's in a meeting right now.
Oh, okay. Who's the meeting with?
Haruka kind of shares a look with Keisu.
Kisu looks kind of back and looks towards Ollie. We are here. Is it not obvious who it is?
Well, not necessarily, because Solas might be in there, and if Solas is having a meeting with him, I don't think it matters if we come in. But if Henry's having a meeting with him, then I also don't think that it matters if we come in. So I'm just wondering why you guys are being so squirrely about it.
I mean, I think that's the good question.
And frankly, a little offensive to squirrels, but
It's one of those. It's one of those expressions that has just lasted over the millennia. No one knows what a squirrel is, Audra.
No one outside of Grove, anyway.
squirrels.
At this point, Sisypho is going to kind of reinsert himself between the party and the door. I'm afraid that my master asked to not be interrupted today. While he was in meetings. He is...
Today the whole day.
Whilst he is in the meetings today, He may be done soon, he may be done in many hours.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, what? Henry's wife. What was her name? Did she come? Is she here?
There is a rather frightening looking woman.
Oh, no, Henry's wife. You remember we were all at the wedding? Was it Zhang?
You're talking to Sisypher right now, so he doesn't.
I'm talking to yeah.
He doesn't know what happened at the wedding.
Oh, okay, but he knows Henry's wife.
That's Vang.
Yeah, Vang Dagmar, is it?
That's the name, yeah.
Yeah, Dagmar, yeah.
Yeah, is Vang here? Could we go see Vang if Henry's busy in meetings? You know, just catch up, old time's sake.
Haruko will respond. She stayed behind in Duras. Something about a spa day?
Spa day. Girl, living it. Oh, I breathe spa day.
Can I roll an insight check?
On Haruka? Yeah.
Yeah, with the spa day.
Can I roll an insight check on this whole situation?
Sure.
Vibe check?
A vibe check. Well, fucking hell. A nat 20 for Audra. Inqua gets a 7.
I'm going to assume that a +5 won't help here.
I
Make it a
mean...
12. Well, I doubt it, but... Yeah, I'll just roll the 7.
She seems to be showing to be truthful in what she's saying. She doesn't quite understand what Vang's reasoning for staying behind was, but it seems that she has no reason to lie.
And kind of vibe check on the whole situation, just kind of generally like,
Yeah.
is it really that important that we're getting left out? Are they meeting with somebody that they don't want us to know about?
The vibe check on the whole situation is that there is a little bit of tension between Sisypher and the other two, and they seem to be holding guard outside as more of a show of mutual support that no one is actually happy with. The vibe check is a little tense and overall quite resigned to the fate that they are currently dealing with.
If you don't mind my saying, you three seem like very stressed.
I do not know these outsiders. I barely know you.
Want a margarita?
I would love a margarita.
I'll start. Would you two like as well like a margarita?
Oh my gosh, Audra, would you want to just like take a walk around the grounds? Is it okay if we take a walk around the grounds? It's such a beautiful property.
What if I make us all margaritas? I think.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Yes, please. Spa day right here, right now.
She's just going to grumbly sit down like by the wall and set like the burrito next to him.
Oh god.
Yeah, so Audra, let's just and Arazid, honey, maybe you could just, yeah, let's just
You forgot your margarita.
Oh,
Not
yes.
done making them yet.
Oh, yes. Oh, I love it. Oh, let me just, uncarable. Oh, Umoja. We're having margs.
Oh, that is most wonderful.
Isn't it?
I would love a margarita before I
would
deal with these tedious trade negotiations.
I would love you to have a margarita. So let's get
Margaritas for everyone.
Woo!
Audra will abstain.
Raising the question, does Audra know what a margarita is?
I know that some people are getting really, really excited about it.
And that's enough for her to be like, I mean, with her impeccable vibe check, she could probably tell it's
Yeah, I was gonna say,
meant
with
to
the
be
vibe
an
check, I think-
alcohol.
And I think I can, if Inqua's starting to make it, I think I can smell the alcohol
Oh yeah,
fermentation.
yeah. Especially considering it takes 2 types of alcohol to make these drinks, so like ample opportunity.
I don't even drink.
You're not old enough to.
Right, I'm not. Only like a couple of days old and when I know time.
Okay, we can be the designated.
The designated Genbei driver.
The designated pilots, like Marco.
Designated pilot, yeah.
I can turn into a giant animal and carry everybody who gets drunk home. It's fine.
Nice.
Designated bird.
Normally that just describes most people at a bar. But Amoja is going to totter very slowly on his little cane and partake of a marguerite.
Everybody make Constitution saving throws.
Crisp, cool, delightful.
How much of a pour is Inqua? Is Inqua like a 2 shots of vodka kind of guy?
No.
Okay.
Inqua's
this
been
is the-
trying to get the ratio just right.
Yeah. The optimal calculation. It's not 2 shots of vodka. Not 1 shot of vodka. Like half. Enough to make you happy, but not throw up.
It's actually super scientific. He's got a scale. He keeps like,
Yeah, it's all written down in these notes. It's like 20 pages of this stuff.
He just like unfurls
Optimal
this
fermentation time.
hidden like cache of like different measuring cups, and you can just see him like measuring them all out like really carefully, really individually to get the perfect margarita mix.
There we go.
oh, okay, I'll bring this over to them. Umoja, how are you? Uncareable. How is your mother?
Annoying as ever. She's trying to get me to run for office. Can you believe that?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, and I'm gonna nudge Umoja. Don't you think he's got what it takes? Maybe your mom's right about you, Uncareable.
Oh, do not get him started.
Yes, I know he is more than capable. That is why I put him up to the task. How else do you think his mother came up with the idea? He would be the perfect person to replace Tian.
Oh, you sly dog. To replace Tian? Is there a little bit of goss that I need to be let in on? What's going on with Tian? Also, Uncareable has the muscular stature of a plate of margarita. Like,
Tian is being not forced out, but if he does not leave, he will be forced to.
oh gosh, the political struggles in this difficult climate and time. Uncareable, come on. I feel like I know what you need right now. I come on, come with me. We'll just
I do not want waffles.
While this is happening, I'm just using shape water on the fountains, and like water bending and turning the water to ice, and then letting it fall back in the fountain.
Very cool. Okay.
Like, into a margarita.
This isn't
Thank
this
you.
isn't about waffles. Don't worry about it, buddy. Let's just
Where are you taking me?
oh,
I cannot go
you
too
know,
far away from Umoja.
Yeah.
They struggle to walk without me.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yes, you are his cane. Anyways, I have a proposition for you.
Oh, okay, we're talking gossip now. Please go ahead.
Yes. If you wanted, I could pretend I could be you. We just, give me your robe and I'll make myself look like you. And then, yeah.
But then what would I do?
don't know. Go home, have fun, take a bath. I don't know.
But
Chill.
my mother is there.
Well, you don't have to go home. Maybe just like go for a walk. I don't know. Hit up the market.
Do you want to roll a persuasion check, please? A 30.
Ollie picks.
A 30 that isn't even a nat 20.
That's what you get for rogues.
You know what? I am so fucking sick of dealing with your Moja's bullshit. He needs to be taken to the toilet like 3-4 times a day.
I know.
It's exhausting.
Probably,
He
well,
needs
and
his
with the
food
tail.
like super mashed up.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, you're persuading me that this is a bad deal.
He basically throws the ropes at you and then is like, actually, I think I'm going to go to Asandus.
Hell yeah, man. Live it up. Live it the fuck up. Oh, but maybe, can you do your hair in like a... Because you don't got a lot on the top, but you do got a lot on the side. So if we... And Ollie's just going to take out one of her things holding her hair in a ball, like one of the straps, and she's going to give Uncannibal a dope-ass top bun.
Using
like,
some of
super
her
hipster.
rope hair.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, actually, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it looks even cooler because it's kind of like the other colors, like, mixed out. And then it's like, and I'm just going to pop some, like, cool, like, braids in his beard just so he looks, like, really, like, cool on a lembo. And I'm like, damn, you know what? You do look like a war chief right now. You go have fun. Go have fun. I got this.
Have fun. Some things that you should probably know about. There was...
Yes.
So, Moja is trying to get me to run as new war chief. Obviously, I do not want that. That is why I became a cultural advisor, not a war advisor. These new people in town, they want to take all of our resources, but Tiana has not told them that a lot of our resources were stolen the night of the fire. They were all kept in the bank,
Oh, gosh.
and it was robbed.
Oh, that's horrible.
It was quite peaceful, but quite devastating.
Like,
You know.
So all of the... Is it just like all of the money, or is it like more than that?
There was a lot of money, a lot of deeds and research papers, but I'm not sure if they were stolen or they burnt in the fire, but they are gone, and Tiana's hiding this, and bye. Good luck. It's not a good situation. And he like
It
runs
is a
away
good
with his
situation.
colourful top knot in his underwear. Do you give him any clothes? Possibly your Britney
Oh.
blouse?
Oh, my Britney blouse?
I understand if that is never going to leave your inventory.
Yeah, I mean, like, probably never. I can give him... Oh my gosh, what can
Give
I
him the
give
moldy
him?
cloak.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
nice.
give him the moldy cloak.
Smells like my mother.
Doesn't it kind of smell like this ancient, earthy, Yaramukai? Yeah.
Yes, my mother. You are describing her. She is ancient and earthy.
Well, just go take a swim in the fountain, and then it'll wash all off. You got it.
I think I will. Or if not, I will drown myself in honey wine until it is forgotten for me. And he finger guns at you before stepping
pow.
away.
Okay, so now I'm going to don Uncannible's robe. I'm going to make myself tall and lanky and with a bald head on top and red side hair and a long red beard.
You look Oracarabil.
Uncannibal.
How much did that conversation with Chance have heard?
As much as he wanted to, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Jane's gonna have a shit-eating grin.
Would Ollie perceive the shit-eating grin?
Yes, but Uncarable is a very noble sort of gentleman, and so Ollie will not acknowledge it one bit.
Frankly, Chance's passive perception is enough to tell the difference in gait between you and Oncarabel. But, you know, whether or not you know that, I suppose, is another matter.
Master, should we go in?
I suppose. Just let me finish my beverage.
Absolutely.
You wanna bring margaritas in? I could make like a whole platter.
We would have to double check that that is okay with the hosts. I was only summoned here to make up the final third of the council.
Yes.
Mojo begins smacking his, like, scarred, leathery lips together.
Yeah.
Thank you. This was very good.
Very good, yes. I'll just take the cup back to the alchemist. And
I
I'm
gotta
going
wash
to...
it out. I gotta
I'm
wash
gonna-
it out. You're catching your dirty cup. Gotta wash it. I'll wash it. Like, I don't have any of the proper chemicals to clean it properly.
I'm not even sure that Ollie Carabel knows what a chemical is.
You should have thought about that before you started your business, my friend.
Oh, here, I can sort of, if you just set it down and I'll just... water.
No worries.
Splash it.
And now that I am feeling nice and relaxed, let us go.
Let us, yes.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Can Keisu insight check, because doesn't he know Ollie's a changeling?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you should all know now.
You can insight that, yeah.
2 walked away and Ollie has not walked back.
I'm gonna lower the DC because while Casey doesn't know what Oncarabel would act like, Casey absolutely knows what Ollie would act like.
Crap, I can't knowing, not Keisu.
Keisu gets the answer that he gets. It is a positive answer.
Keisu is going to place a hand on the shoulder of Onkarabo.
Yes? What is it?
Your disguise does not fool me.
You can tell that I am struggling with depression. Yes. Like-minded souls recognize one another. But you too will get over this hurdle in your journey.
Please roll me a deception check there, Ollie.
I feel it is your fate.
Ooh.
Blessings
can't
to
last
you,
forever.
Brother. It's up to Keisu how he chooses to interpret that. Based on the roles that he can see.
Fate has not guided me incorrectly. I will allow you to pass this one time.
Fate be with you.
And also
Gonna
with
nod.
you.
Would Keisu know that how to get a message to them inside? Or like how to move? Like could he just kind of walk in, deliver a message, walk back out?
He has seen Sisypho engaging in dialogue with these Sphinx statues.
Can Kesu engage in dialogue with one?
Oh yeah. They, if you get too close to them, they begin to look at you and make it very clear that they are not your typical statue.
Does he know if one of them talks to the person he wants to talk to?
We talk to only him. He is our master. He gave us life. He protect. Give us a message. And we deliver.
The one entering with the old one is not as they say. That is all.
Understood. Understood. Relaying message. Message delivered. Good luck.
So odd.
All of that is finally done. Could we please enter the palace? I really need to pee.
Oh, poor guy.
I think it's really rude. It's fine. Okay, come on. Let's do that. Oh gods.
Amoja, without any pretense, makes his way straight forward, then right, then directly into the meeting chamber that you have seen many
Where's he
times
gonna
before.
pee? I thought we were gonna be going to the bathroom.
Amoja bursts through the doors, very Aragon style, but about 10 times slower because he is an old dragonborn man.
It's so strong.
An old dragonborn non-binary creature. Speaks aloud. I am sorry for keeping you all, but I am afraid I will be 2 minutes more. My assistant here, who you all know of, shall be the one to speak in my stead while I am indisposed. Tian kind of gives a weathering look to Amoja. It seems like this is something he's very familiar with. Since Amoja is quite a bit older than Tian and is also a much longer lived species, so it is quite possible that this like old man bladder routine has been playing off most of Tian's life.
Greetings, gentlemen. I was surveying the room. Who is in attendance?
You see an unknown Onalembese man. Someone who you know very well.
No.
Someone else who you know very well. Tian. Henry. Captain Punch. And the officiant at Henry's wedding, his priest and former cook from the Long Night Inn, Drusilda.
OMG.
They, of course, none of them look at you with any form of recognition, except for the ones who feel like they know you.
Where's my open chair? Like, who am I seated next to?
Yep, there are some open chairs, like, around the table as well.
So, can I seat myself next to, who would I be sitting between if I sat next to Osika?
There are no free seats next to Osika.
Of course not. She's so popular.
Exactly. Solas is on one side of Osika, and this other individual is on the other side of Osika. There are 4 free seats available between this other individual and Drusilda.
Okay. Well, let me see. So I don't want to, because you kind of want to be like, on the side of Onalembo, of course, because I'm an Onalembian, so I'll pop beside this guy. Greetings, gentlemen, gentle ladies, gentle folk.
Please be seated on Carabel.
I'm gonna pull out my chair and slide my butt into it, very regally.
Please allow me to introduce the party that you may not recognize before you. This is Henry II of Underbarrow, who is also of Naban and also of Grove.
Henry.
Grove.
Yes,
It's a hard
yes.
one to say.
Umujo has told me of this place, green, beautiful.
And his entourage. We have been discussing possible trade alliances.
I see.
I just want to ask, whilst Ollie is inside, what are the rest of the party up to?
Chance is gonna walk up to some of the Nanklemund people and speak in very hushed tones, as if he knows them.
About anything in particular? Feel free to private message me if you don't want to speak it out loud.
Arazid's just worried and wants to go in, but doesn't want to ruin anything by being socially awkward and incompetent. So he's just gonna pace.
I will kind of sidle up to Arazid and be like, does she do this a lot? Or...
Enter situations like a boss and be savvy, yeah.
Oh no, I meant the thing where, you know, like I become animals a lot, does she become people a lot? Or...
Oh yeah. You just wait until you meet Ursula Linguini.
Ursula Linguini?
Ursula Linguini.
Isn't linguini a food?
Oh no, Ursula Linguini is she's a woman.
She's a lady!
What's trustworthy? I said it like that on purpose, yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, you know, unless she dies, because we still don't have to take down on it, but... I should go in there. Shouldn't I go in there? I don't want to go in. I just want to look. I just want to look and around the corner and see what's going on. I just want to see. I will give you the help action and try to help you get a really good angle to see inside. I don't know. I would love that. You're so cool. And I also give you guidance. Okay, Aridin's gonna try. I said Aridin instead of Arazid. Arazid's gonna try to just kind of sneak in there. He doesn't want to be in the actual meeting room. He just wants to be close enough to hear shit. So I'm gonna make a commotion and give the help action by just like messing around with the fountain, and I could just keep freezing huge chunks of water and letting it fall back into the fountain.
Which would require, I think, checks of deception or possibly insight from Kesu, Haruka, and Sisypho in order for Arazid to be able to sneak past.
That's true. Fuck, so many people.
Insight or perception. Great, now I've got that in my head.
I will give whoever looks more insightful, whoa. So I'll give him minus a d6. If I can determine.
Oh, Chance is currently talking to Haruka, so...
And
So I'll distract the other one.
Sisypho has like only one good eye.
Okay.
Whereas to be fair, you can't tell how many good eyes Kesu has, but he's the one that you know best of all.
Yeah, I think I know him to be pretty perceptive, so I'm going to give him low and minus a d6 on his check to.
Okay, we're gonna take
sneak past.
Audra's roll on that. Which takes his total to slightly lower.
Okay.
Yeah, you
The help action and guidance.
you remember many times when Kesu would be sitting in the monastery reading books by moonlight, and you got really freaked out by that because you tried and you could not make things out.
Yeah. Nope, I do not have dark vision.
Never mind, but you get my point. In that case, Arazid, please roll me a stealth roll with advantage and guidance.
Throw up, man. Okay, I'm good. Guidance is plus what?
The d4.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Okay. With a... so Kesu, you see Arazid attempting to sneak into the palace.
I forgot his passive fucking perception is like an 87.
No, that's a chance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he's
He's
not terrible, but not as good.
as if he's considering something, and then simply stares forward, as if he does not see Arazid.
Aww.
What a G.
And everyone else doesn't see me?
No one else seems to see you. Oh no. As you're sneaking in, suddenly you hear the sound of someone very slowly walking up to the boardroom.
Oh no, am I gonna fight or freeze?
Is that you, Carabel? No, of course not. You have far too much hair to be young Carabel.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just looking for the bathroom, man.
Follow the smell.
And he just begins to waddle off back towards the boardroom.
Arazid's gonna...
And Emoja finally takes his place in a seat next to Ollie Carabel.
Arazid's gonna walk until he can hear them faintly, and then he's gonna stop walking.
Okay. And before we continue on with what's happening inside, anyone else outside wants to do anything?
I wonder if they actually want my margaritas.
Yeah, James is going to ponder whether or not he would be allowed in.
If you were to bring this up in a joking way to Haruka during your conversation, she would laugh and then go, no.
I see. Yep,
Are you sure these are my escort? They're escorting me, and I would love to talk to your leader about, I don't know, maybe helping some of the plants out around here grow a little better.
It sounds like it would be an excellent thing for our masters to discuss with you once they are done with their current meeting. In the meantime, please...
I have another engagement, so my time is limited.
Another engagement where?
I kind of point in the general direction of the abyss.
Please? Like, I'm gonna say it's a persuasion check. Because I suppose you aren't technically lying, you're just overinflating the time pressure.
I mean, Audra feels a ton of time pressure. He wants to fix the world immediately right now.
Yeah, then persuasion would be more appropriate.
Okay. This is not gonna go great. I'm looking at myself.
Well,
Very well, I will tell them of your presence, and he will tell me what to do next. And
Tell
he...
them the Asturias is here.
Okay. And he begins to whisper to the right Sphinx statue. He will be out with you presently. Audra waits with a sense of inflated ego. Inqua contemplates his purpose in life, and particularly behind a bar. And inside, there is much talk about the possibilities of a trade agreement between the new Dolores Empire and the independent nation of Onalembo. This is something that has been building up for a while. Tian was the one who may have sent for Henry, but it was Solas who first suggested this alliance. How is he taking all of this?
Well, so
Also, welcome back, Solas.
yeah. So he's definitely not entirely used to this sort of environment, but he's taking it as well as he can. As much as he is not all too pleased upon seeing Henry, he is doing his best to make sure things just stay going well. And while he did make the suggestion, he just wasn't prepared for an extensive meeting regarding it, and had no foresight on that. So he's just sitting around, doing his best to let those who know better deal with the situation and then replying to when necessary. One thing to mention, he is fully armed and armored. He does have his longsword as well as breastplate. He has suggested it's just for the sake of his own comfort, in a weird sense. And also, because you've probably been quite in the room, you've noticed there's a couple. He looks a little different, to say the least.
that is the least. Sorry.
Yeah. Whereas hair used to fade down into orange, it's now gone to a stark white. Notice his eyes, previously being pure orange with slightly darker tones of the same colour, have now been a bit more normalised in a sense. Almost like his hair is a bit more focused. Yeah. Aside from that, it's mostly just what he's using. Very armor, which is significantly different. Good looking. Anyway.
Solas looks to Ollie Gunnell like he has had a bit of a glow up.
Oh yeah.
Even Arazid, poking his little head around the door, may see that.
Ooh.
Ollie is going to feel great swelling pride for her buddy Solas looking like he's doing so well on the inside, but on the outside, she's a 40-year-old man battling depression and the life is stressful.
And Cannibal should be very lucky that his mother's house doesn't have a basement. Otherwise, he may not have gotten the job he does. The talks move on and seem to be mostly around how pleased Henry is to be reached out to by this clearly powerful and illustrious nation for something so mutually beneficial as a trade agreement. He insists on being able to see the Gembe shipyard and see how they are made before deciding further, at which point some of you may notice Tian acting a little bit cagey.
Yes, yes, the Crossdale's shipyard has always been a very impressive sight for any visitor or even resident of Onolembo. The care and work he puts into his construction. It reminds me of a story that we tell, as Umoja can speak to as the cultural chief. I'm merely his assistant, but Crossdale will tell you of the first Gembe ships that sailed across these sands and how they were made from the wood of an old, burnt-out tree.
Please roll me a deception check.
While quote-unquote Caramel is hearing this weird stuff that Solas doesn't really understand, he sort of just leans into Tian just kind of quietly. You're right, she seems to have something in mind.
Okay, before we settle that, first of all, Solas, you know on Carabil. You may roll an insight check to tell what is going on with him if you desire.
Let's see this go as bad as it usually does. Oh, okay. Good stuff.
I mean, you get a pretty good read on him, but as far as you can tell, he's just being his weird-ass 40-year-old virgin self.
Wait, he's a wizard or what?
He's a programmer.
Okay.
Tian will scowl at you. Have you gone soft in the head? They are asking about the Gembe. We cannot fly those. Not right now. Not until Crossdale has learnt how to do alchemy. We have three now Gembe to use. And then he wants other things which are probably things that have been stolen from the bank.
I can assure you that I don't know much about Henry, I'll be honest. It's hard for me to read, but I have met him before. He seems like a man who takes whatever he gets and somehow makes it better. But even if they do not work, that should not be too much of an issue. There should be a way to fix them. And I'm not the person who has to do that. I know personally. That's what they
And then the Sun Mother, she smiled upon the weary traveler as he strapped planks together with the sinew of a boar he had killed in the wild and scorpion tails. And
Yes.
she shined upon him yes,
We have all heard this story before. Who has not?
True indeed.
I do not believe that that is what our distinguished guests were
I'm
after.
sorry. Osika, I apologize. I was just trying to share some of the history and culture of our great nation with these newcomers. But you, as the social chief, are much better at reading these sort of situations than I. I just thought for us to fully integrate and become an assemblage of peers, that we should share some of the tales of our Onolembo, and if these newcomers could share the tales of their lands, I think maybe we could find some common points of agreement and strengthen our bond. I'm also buying time, bitch.
You know, I was so tempted to ask you to roll persuasion until you said that last sentence, and now I definitely want another deception check. I mean, lucky you have a plus 12. Yes, of course. Who be me to stop the ancestral stories from being told?
Yes. Now, you know, and I have spoken as to some of our history only in reference to the Gembe. There's Onolembo is a land full of magic and stories and ideals and dreams, hopes and desires, but as is true in any land, perhaps you could share with us some stories from your own home so that we may increase our cultural knowledge as well.
I'm sure that in time we will. But for now, I would like to survey what we were promised as being potential assets of the Empire. The Gembe that we rode in on was quite impressive, Master Tian, Master Umoja, Master Osika. Please, show us where they are made, for we much desire to buy them. Henry, Captain Punch, Drusilda will rise from the table and look expectantly towards the others. And the unidentified man, who some of you, including Solas, will know as Luan, will say, "Oh, why don't I take them? And we will catch up later, yes?" You know that sightseeing and facilitating that is a talent of mine. Yes, masters.
Luan, if you would allow me to accompany you, I could share some of the stories I have learned from Umoja along the journey.
That is very welcome, Uncannibal, but we all know that you are needed better by Umoja's side. We will do fine without you, and we will come back to you later.
Bitch, I have crystals. Bitch, I have crystals. Okay.
Are you saying that out loud?
I am not saying that. I might be trying
Damn
to
straight
speak
you aren't.
telepathically, but I don't think Luan is on the same wavelength, because there's no way he could possibly be. But holy crap, is Luan making a bad choice here, let me tell you. I mean, okay, so I'll go, yes, I am well served with my master, but there are many who can attend to Umoja, as he can speak to the delegation here, and I could help you as if you would allow me to, Brother Luan. And I'm gonna give him a look like I maybe have more authority than he is recognizing. Like intimidation?
I think persuasion would be more appropriate.
Okay.
Master Amoja, would you be so kind as to lend your assistant to us for the interim?
Yes, of course, whatever. I'm sure I could find my way home again.
Thank you, Master. I'm sure one of the nice people in the courtyard would love to assist you.
Yes, if there's any more of that lovely tipple.
Margarita?
Yes,
Yes.
that's
Listen
the
before you go
dust
home.
bunny.
Yes. Maybe take my mother out on the town. I don't know.
Good gods, no. We have been over this, Carabel. She is an absolute wretch of a human being. She is not very nice. Yes, so you agree with me?
Yes, I do, but I really, sometimes all you need is love, and sometimes all you need is a lobotomy, but I can only try for one.
Maybe you can find a more fitting doctor outside. Very well, you are released from my services for the evening. Be gone, Carabel.
I will see you soon, Master, for your nightly washings.
And Henry will be the first to lead the way out, flanked by his honor guard, and then presumably as well Ollie Carabel.
Aaron's gonna fucking book it.
Yep.
And hide through.
Is Arazid booking it back towards the entrance, or is he just gonna find like a handy dandy ever-flowing curtain to hide behind? Yeah, fair enough. Just like ducks into like a appropriate corridor. The front doors of the palace swing open, and those outside see the face of Henry II once more. Alright, we're heading to the shipyard. These others are going to show us something historical, I think. And then we will get some more information. Come. Everything go okay out here? And Henry seems to glance over, and barely his eyes seem to sweep over Chance. It's almost like he's not seeing him on purpose.
Chance will keep it that way for now.
Casey, Haruka, everything okay out here?
Queso will lean into Henry and whisper into his ear. Was my message received, Master?
Why, yes.
He nods. Then nothing else is amiss, at least according to what I've seen.
Both eyes open as we head towards the shipyard then, old boy.
Very well.
And the extended group begin to head their way out of the courtyard and towards Crosstail Shipyard. And what are the remaining party doing?
Chance leans up. He's gonna go grab his burrito, and he's now going to try and enter.
Which he is able to do
I'm
so.
still waiting on supposedly someone gonna come out and speak to me.
Hey, the rest of you lot, we've seen that they have left. Let's go get our pay.
Sisypho will gesture to Audra and the others.
I suppose now is as good a time as any for you to seek a new audience.
Yeah, so Chance is just gonna enter, carrying the burrito.
Of 12 corpses.
Yep.
his face, and he's like has this expression of he's fucking done. Like,
Oh god, it's these people.
No, it was like he was holding that in while he was talking to him.
Aha.
But then as they walk in, he slides down even more.
Fair enough.
Chance walks in, shit-eating grin on his face. We have returned.
There you have.
Oh, hello, friends. I've been practicing that. I learned that from your friend. How did it translate?
I don't know, and he's not here anymore, so...
Oh.
We have returned from the floating city that is mine. Or the floating island that is mine. You may have noticed it moving towards you. That was me. We will move it away once we're done here. Here's your people, and Chance will set the burrito down. How much was it again per body that we recovered? And then he just kind of like kicks it open, revealing the 12 people.
In almost comical fashion, the corpse burrito unrolls like a fruit by the foot. And one by one, 12 bodies are unfurled and revealed before everyone else. And there is some noticeable shiftings of disgust as the advanced decompositional smell fills the room. Except for Umoja, who has quite a few scars on their nostrils and apparently isn't bothered.
Solas will just pipe up and say, "Oh, well, classy as always."
I believe it was 100 gold pieces each.
Ah, yes, that sounds about right. Alright, so that's 12, so 1,200 gold pieces?
Indeed. Our bank may still be able to provide that to you. We will get...
Insight check.
Yeah, can Chance also insight check? Because he knows
Because
exactly what...
we just heard the thing. I heard
Chance,
they fucking
spoiler.
robbed the tank.
Yeah, both of you may roll an insight check.
Okay, can I get advantage because Chance knows what he has done?
Yeah, I was gonna change the DC for you, but yeah, I feel like an advantage works just as well. You both succeed. And you both tell that, like, Tian is really got something bottled up. Like, he seems to have an immense amount of pressure on his head right now, and he has got a lot of regrets, and a lot of them have to do with not quite having as much capital as he once hoped for.
Chance is going to, like, stretch his arms up and then do the thing where he, like, just has them, like, behind his head.
Mm-hmm.
So, when are we gonna get paid?
Could we ask for pay in, like, maybe diamonds or gems instead?
I mean,
If we don't have
money's
to
money
hold.
one way or another.
We will also accept payment in precious gems.
Maybe that will be something easier to deal with.
Preferably diamonds.
And Tian gets to his feet. You can tell that he's walking a little bit unevenly, a bit stiffly. And if you have any more of these small power crystals, I would be very interested. They seem to be running out already.
Well, that's Inqua, not me. But I can broker a deal for you, Inqua, if you really want.
I mean, Tian looks directly at Inqua. If you are talking, we can't hear you, Matt.
Ice crystals, ice cubes.
Ah.
Thank you.
They have been working very well, but they are running out, and Well, I need them to be able to perform my duties as chief.
How many do you need? Just like a lot, or?
It's Tian's size. You know what? I need as many as will last me until my death. Which at the rate this fucking city is going would not be very long.
Oh, that's not nice. Yeah, there are a bunch of like the tiny lesser crystals that don't last forever in that one cave with the ice demon. There's still some there that are weaker, but
Oh, by the way, I never. Where'd my ice demon corpse go?
yeah, we also have
that's a
that.
big thing.
It is in my home.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'll be along shortly to pick that up, so then I can. Do you know if you have any like talented craftsmen that could turn that into some nice armor for me?
Absolutely. We have quite a few in the marketplace. Ooh. You will probably want to talk to Jabu or Akani. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you.
You
But
said... Sorry, go ahead.
Chance gonna then look like directly at Solas. By the way, there, hothead. Some fun things happened while you were away.
Yeah. Is he gonna learn?
Oh boy.
Is he about to learn?
By the way, your mommy dearest is currently chasing some dragon, and Sunny went flying after her on the Gembe that we had. So
A lot of debt. A lot of debt.
So, as you say that, he seems like unfazed for the most part. He just looks on as like, oh, interesting. I mean, to be fair, Sunny doing that is, of course, obviously. Yeah. Ooh.
honestly, after speaking with her, like up in the spirit realm or whatever, I honestly didn't expect her to be so much of a bitch. Whenever we broke her out and freed her from the prison that she's been in for however many years.
People are nice when they're in prison. Once you let them out, they're mean. Generally. Although it could go both ways, because they might stay mean and then be nice on the outside. It all depends on what kind of person it is. Solitude, they're nice.
I mean, to be fair, if I was trapped in a crystal for several hundred years, I would be pretty pissed off when I broke out.
Yeah, I went after the great bitch, like some dragon. Like it showed up, you know, she got all angry and then flew off, and then Sunny flew off to follow. So we don't know where he's at or that Gembe's at. We found another one that we got working.
You
Yeah, we
found
have
the
the,
one that our sadly expired warriors took then.
Yeah, the crystal also was dust in that one, so that whole thing that destroyed your entire economy, we're pretty sure it's world over.
There are very few that were able to escape, and I do not know why. But they were all at Jaras at the time. Perhaps Crossdale would be able to tell you more about that. He has been working on these things.
Chance kind of rubs his shin.
They have, I'm not quite sure with Crossdale.
Could it be because of the magic surrounding the area? That's interesting.
Tian gives a great muscular shrug. I am a warrior, not a tradesperson.
I don't know. Sounds like it's an issue. I'm going to.
Before we go, seeing that Tian is like obviously like in a lot of discomfort, I'm going to offer the good berry.
Berry?
Yeah, it'll make you feel better, or at least
It's
a
a
little
good-
bit.
Does it
Good berry.
grow back limbs?
It'll make you feel a little bit better.
I suppose it is worth a try. Thank you kindly, young... What is your name?
Oh, I'm Audra.
Audra.
Didn't they tell you? Oh, whatever.
I like people to introduce themselves to me face to face. I find that it gives me a better read.
Audra Asturias from the Grove.
Welcome, Audra Asturias from the Grove. I am Tiam, just Tiam, War Chief of Onelimbo. To my left you will see Moja, the ancestral chief of this town, and Osika, the social chief. And I suppose now you may consider this man to be bipartisan chief.
Ooh.
Cultural advisor? Tiam turns to Solas. I don't think we ever really discussed what your title was.
Don't feel it's that important. Titles are that. Actions carry more weight, in my opinion.
Well, titles can be helpful as an identifier.
I mean, if your name is well enough, known well enough, you don't need no title.
I suppose.
Regardless, it's a pleasure to meet you. Solas, as you said.
Yes, I've heard a little about you.
Oh, good. At least my reputation somewhat precedes me with the rest of them. I assume you friend?
Yes. New friend. Interesting, your friends. Very interesting.
I'd say unique is more apt, but that works.
Don't lump me in with being his friend.
Okay. Acquaintance?
Lovers, sorry.
More like
Please come out of the bathroom to say that.
this is when Arazid rejoins.
Yeah, he just comes at me. Oh, by the way, lovers.
Oh.
He might have stuck like some toilet roll to his shoe on purpose to help sell the narrative.
Less that, more of we hate each other, but this is mutually beneficial.
Okay. That's
No comment.
okay. I mean, I don't see why everybody can't get along.
Because he's an asshole. Don't worry about it.
Yes, because Mr. My mommy's a goddess and all this and that can't stand that there's more than one ego in the room.
I sense that I've made a mistake. Perhaps we should change the subject. Leon, could I have permission to, do you have a place that would be good to create some water for the town, or some plants that need tending maybe before we...
Take your pick. Anywhere that does not already have plants and is inside the city wall could probably do with that. Maybe
great.
around the center.
And no one will, like, attack me if I start casting, like, magic to help things along.
Okay,
Problem before, so I feel I must ask.
I am sorry to ask this of you after not being a part of this council for too long, but Solas, would you please accompany this newcomer while she goes about her plant magic? And please
Yeah.
tell anyone that it is okay by Tian.
Of course.
Thank you. I really didn't want another pitchfork incident. It was so awkward.
Nothing to ask.
Can I pull Osaka over at some point during
Ooh.
all of this?
Oh, hello. How's it going?
Going well. A lot of things. I kind of pull them over to like some sort of like more private area of the
Woo!
house. So when we were exploring, I found this ring. I don't know if it means anything to you, but I thought it should. And I'll pull up the Ozuka ring. As it's in my notes, the owl friend ring.
Oh, my. Many thanks for this.
Are you okay?
If you were to look at Osuka's face, you would see that the feathers around her eyes have suddenly become incredibly matted and damp. It is one thing to see the corpse of so many friends furled on the table, and it is quite another to see this.
Oh yeah, her boyfriend. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can I give her a hug?
Inqua's hug will gladly be taken.
Well, this is going on. Can Chance look at the Etienne? Rather bold of you to send an outsider with your party of esteemed guests.
Outsider?
Did you not realize that the old fart guy that normally goes around with your ancestral chief was acting quite strange today?
I knew it wasn't fast enough.
I would hardly consider your friend and accomplice to be an outsider at this point. They and you have done more than enough for the city. I didn't see it worth it. Besides, I have it on good counsel from one of our new bank tellers that she is quite the accomplished bullshitter.
New bank teller? What happened to the last one?
It would appear that she disappeared in the fire.
She got the fuck out of there. I'm not saying that out loud, but I just remember it and it was funny.
As
Shame, she was quite nice.
As part of young Solas's here new initiative for repairing the social balance of the town, we have decided to have another look at the caste system. And Murati has now been given a job in the bank.
Who's that again?
Apparently someone who has met your friends.
Speaking of the bank, can we get like a check slip or something for those gems?
No need. Tell them that you are there to collect on the reward for the 12 lost souls account.
Sounds like we have something to do then. I'm more than fine leaving that there. A pleasure, Tien. If you need our services, I think we're gonna be around for a little bit.
No offense, but I hope I do not need many more of the services I have been buying from you thus far. So let's have a good day.
I'll do my best.
Sorry to drag you along. It's just, sometimes people get freaked out. And...
You hear as you guys leave the boardroom and begin walking back towards the entrance.
I will offer the crying bird person a good bird. I feel a little bit.
Thank you.
Sorry for your loss.
Osika will take as much of a hug as you want to offer. Get it together, Osika. You have a job to do. You can't be being emotional like this. It is not becoming. And she begins to pace around, having this conversation with herself for a little while as the party begin to walk away. Sisypho is leaning on one of the sphinxes. A good conversation.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. We got debts to collect. Excuse us. And Shane's just gonna start heading to the bank.
Alright, I'll go with just kind of scouting out a good place, trying to see if there's a well or a good place to dump 30 square feet of water as rain.
The fountain in the center kind of doubles as a well.
Perfect. Yeah, as we're basically on our way to the bank, I will just go up to there and cast create water. And 30 gallons of water as rain will fall.
Are we going directly to Crossdale Shipyard?
That is where that group would be headed, yes.
I wanted to divert them around.
Okay, in that case then, as Audra and the others are exiting the War Chief's home, please take me through what Ollie Caribou would be doing with them.
Alright, so going back to the start. And so as the cultural chief assistant, I'm just gonna be like, now, it is my great pleasure to show you our wonderful city. Look to the ground below you. Each stone laid here represents a life lived in this city. Soon, the road will move beyond the walls, thanks to our great prosperity. Now please, my friends, can I get them close to sort of Tion's war palace? Kind of near the wall between the bank and those hedges. Yes. Here, along the guarding walls, you can see friezes detailing the long history of our nation. At the forefront, you can see the great battle of dragons that laid the first seeds of this city.
Please roll deceptions. Carry on.
Yes. Here we can see the most important symbol, the sword in the tree, representing growth from destruction and the resilience of our people as a symbol that stands to this day. Our most famous stories lie at the forefront here, but along the walls we can see depictions of the rises and falls and rises again, the lost love, the Jam uprising, our battles fought, lost, won, the lineage of our chiefs.
I'm sorry to interrupt you there on Caribou. Please tell me more about this sword. Why is it in this tree? Why is it taller than me?
Who's talking?
Henry.
Henry. Well, good sir. The tree has grown with the sword alongside it. It was deposited here when the first battle broke out between the dragons.
So you're saying that the sword has grown in size?
The sword has not grown, but the tree around the sword has, yes. And lifting the sword up, rising it into the sky.
You can just about hear Henry whispering to Keisu. These guys really don't understand anything about metalworking, do they?
It would appear not, my liege. Perhaps it is their fate to be ignorant
it is their fate to become civilized. Sorry, my dear. Please carry on.
No, this is fine. I heard the comment about the metalworking, and we do actually in the market sell wonderful armor. I would say that we are actually fairly advanced in this, but our greatest advancement, as you may see all around you, is in sand. We have built up this great nation from the material surrounding us, the sand that surrounds everything. We have taken it and molded it with the wax of the waxing leaf tree. And we have pushed it together, sort of mixing it and then placing it into a mold and then kilning it in the fire to form the bricks that stand all around you in the construction of this great city. Every single brick, every single roof tile, every trellis, every home has a story of the people who've built it and the care that they put into each and every object. So yes, no, we may not have the impressive mining capability of your fair city, but we do know how to work with what we've got.
Yes, and please tell me of the things that you have that we do not. The gembe, perhaps?
Yes.
I believe the shipyard
gembe.
is that one over there with the half-built gembe in it.
Absolutely, yes. And let's make our way. But first, let's start at the fountain.
And I think at this point, Ollie has been doing her signature, dragging things out to the point where the other party would be exiting the palace now.
Yeah. Kind of walked up without regard to any of these people and just captured and just started walking.
Ollie is just like, let me show you the fountain. And then the Asturias is just like, hold my soda.
And 30 gallons of water rains from the sky into this fountain.
Ah, yes, the well of Suflaka rises again. These crystal clear waters were created by the tears of the dragon Suflaka after a battle between her and her lover who had turned to madness. It broke her heart to have to destroy him, but without this act of selflessness, he would have destroyed the entire city. She did what she had to do, as any strong woman knows, and I'm gonna kind of give a look to Drusilda, feed that ego a little bit. But it tore her apart. On the inside, her heart was wailing, and she cried for 7 days straight. Her eyes so puffy she was blinded. But from her tear ducts streamed the crystal clear, healing waters of the well of Suflaka. Friends, I invite you all to take a drink of this refreshing and slightly saline drink.
I'd just like to point out, at some point during that whole spiel, Solas will say under his breath, "Oh, she's gone better."
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, nobody gets soaked, but it's definitely a light misting for anybody who's in this vicinity.
Yeah, Audra, Captain Punch is in the first row.
Yep.
As it were, so he gets the brunt. Yeah, he gets the brunt of it. He kind of he mops it out of his beard. He wrings his little beret out. He's wearing a beret today. He's stylish.
Daisy would have used his body to shield Henry.
Naturally. To which Henry would thank you.
Returns with just a nod as he now stands there, his robes wet.
Sorry, I will use shape water to take the water off of people's clothes that I got wet.
Alright. And it
It's
essentially,
water bend it into the
yeah.
mountain.
You are very kind, Water Weaver. Have you heard the story of Suflaka?
I'm afraid I don't have to. My friend is going into the bank, so.
Ah, yes, yes. Our beautiful bank. Yes, I'm sure that he will enjoy immensely looking at the architecture, the history.
I give Ollie kind of a look because I know that they're all like.
Oh, does Audra know? Oh, Audra knows.
Oh yeah.
I have a pretty high cost of perception. I talked to, remember I talked to Arazid about how you turn into other
Oh,
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I take it as more or less a given, to be honest. The party know that you're playing a character, unless you're explicitly trying to do one over on the party themselves.
And also, across from the bank, there is our beautiful market. Its origins, of course, in the way of all commerce, give and take, buy and receive. But there was one merchant who was the best of them all, and I could tell you the tale, but it might come across better in the market itself, in the hustle and bustle. Oh, you would not believe the food of Onolembo that we have. Have you had any of our dali?
I quietly slink away towards the bank.
And it appears you are not the first one to have done so. Someone else has decided to take a chance. Yep. What is Chance aiming to do at the bank?
He simply just walks in. Walks up to the teller.
A very haggard old woman in brand new clothing looks up at you. Yes, can I help?
Here to collect on the 12 Lost Souls account, I was told. Come collect.
12 lost souls, 12 lost souls. She begins flicking through some massive piles of paper behind the desk. Well, A, B, C, D. 12 lost souls, entitling the bearer, which would be you, sir,
Yeah.
to the 1.2 thousand gold pieces, or the equivalent in bearer's bonds, jewellery, gemstones, or stay at Asanda's.
We'll take the gems.
Oh, good. I believe we have some of those left. Please bear with for 1 second. And Marathi begins to scuttle off down the corridor that you know full well does not lead to the safe. Leads to the manager's office.
Oh no.
Chance smirks as he watches her walk away, not towards the vault, as he knows what he must do.
Marathi.
Don't rob a bank today. Just not today. Maybe next week. But
Here's the thing, though. I need those gems in case y'all die, so I might actually be okay.
You can't rob the same bank twice.
That's a cute thing.
About a minute later, Marathi returns, scuttling back with a rather serious-looking half-orc, who's kind of looking down at you past his glasses. I'm sorry for the wait, but I was informed that you are seeking to withdraw from this slightly ancient bank account in the form of gems.
Yeah, I was told by Tien that that's what we need to ask for. We just returned from the floating island with the 12 lost souls, and I was told to come collect the account from the 12 lost souls.
Very good, very good. He's not doing a very good job of like hiding his confusion. But you can tell this seems to be more confusion in the I'm used to my job being a very by the numbers thing, and you're suddenly throwing something like really off kilter at me, and I'm struggling to adjust. Look, gems are kept in a secret area of the safe that only I am able to access. Please bear with for just 1 second. Marathi, back to your post. I will just be a minute, sir. And he scuttles off towards the vault. At this point, I would assume that Audra and I think Solas as well
Because Solas is escorting me.
arrive at the bank.
You notice Chance standing at the teller. He kind of turns, looks at the two of you. Oh, good. I've already gotten the process started. They're getting our drugs.
Right. Hopefully they have diamonds. I can use rubies too, but not for bringing people back from,
The dead.
Worst case, we just go to the market and you can exchange yours.
Okay.
I'm sure somebody somewhere's... That market's huge. I'm sure somebody somewhere sells gems.
The barter system is definitely something I understand, and I probably will not need any help with that.
Oh. I was gonna say, worst case, I can always help you.
Oh, that's so nice. I would appreciate that. I don't fully understand money.
Clearly.
To be fair, I didn't have to use it the vast majority of my life, and I can make myself food and water.
The head banker returns with a very small pouch worth of 1.2 thousand gold pieces. If you would please hold out your hand so I can count them in for you, sir.
Chance does so.
Oh,
Insight check.
to whom? To the teller?
The banker, just to make sure it's the correct amount.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I just established I'm sus when it comes to money, so.
Fair. You don't really understand what money is. And this bleeds out into your attempt to understand his valuation.
Yeah, I'm just like squinting at him, no idea.
You're like, should I trust this? Yes, I should trust this professional with my entire life savings, whatever life savings are.
He's doing.
1 diamond worth 500 at last valuation. A second diamond of the same value. He plonks like 2, like they're slightly bigger than the last knuckle of your thumb. Chance into your palm, and then he points in 3 small red gems and 1 small green gem, rubies and 1 emerald, 50 gold pieces each, totaling up to 500, 50, 50, 50, 50, 1.2 thousand gold pieces worth.
Chance is going to get a good look at these, adjust his glasses to take a look and just try and discern the value of them to make sure
Okay.
he's not getting ripped off.
Please roll me a investigation check.
Not good at those though.
You are attempting to investigate something quite thoroughly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do the help, action, and guidance, because I see what you're doing.
But with your,
Guidance.
10 insight...
I mean, it's investigation. It's a different skill check.
Yeah.
I'm smart.
Guidance is a D4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's an 18 total.
It would indeed seem that your admittedly limited knowledge, that the valuation is accurate.
Chance will give a nod. Pleasure doing business.
Congratulations on closing one of our most hotly contested accounts.
Yes, I hope the souls can rest easy now, and you can do with whatever you do to the bodies. And he's just gonna turn, hand Audra a diamond.
You hear Marathi ask her manager, bodies involved? Before you guys
I'm so worried
begin
about
to
what
fill
would
out.
happen if one of you died.
Chance is then going to pocket the rest for now.
Back in the town centre, several people are getting close to having to roll Constitution saving throws as Ollie continues to talk.
Yes. And here, over yonder, this is where our great leader Fabius III was born. His mother was in labor for many hours, but she was a strong woman.
Okay, so Ollie is continuing to do the same old.
Chase is going to lean down to Henry. I do believe that she's trying to buy time, my liege.
Is she?
At least Chance never assumes Ollie's gender, Kesu. I'm sorry.
It's Ollie, though.
I mean,
Ollie-
same statement
Ollie's
still.
Anything. Alright. No, I'm not even slightly offended.
Ollie is both gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, and man whore manipulate mansplain.
I have never heard that second one.
Dream girl, dream boy. Alright, Ollie is both trying to buy time and also trying to get them hyped on a limbo, right?
Okay.
It's sort of even if this doesn't go through, that it's they're still you know what, but this is a dope ass town and we're gonna help them out. And
I would like you to roll me a persuasion check with advantage for the overall effort of you attempting to talk people up about these various things, presumably in a very slow roundabout way to the shipyard.
yeah.
Holy hell.
Haruka looks incredibly impressed. Drusilda seems to be asking if there's anywhere she can get her hair done.
So many places, my goodness. Did you just see that young man walking by with the top bun? Yes, we have many talented hairdressers within this town. Yes, I think you would look very nice with the little back bun, and then a couple of stringing ribbons in your hair. Oh my goodness! Actually, I can see it now, and are you
There's a
free
little bit of
later?
blushing going on.
Sanders?
Sanders, you have a tavern? Oh, good.
Oh, of course. Any wonderful civilized civilization will have a tavern, and a Sanders has stood almost as long as this city. In fact, anyway. And so Ollie Carable will drone on, but will continue leading them ever closer to the shipyard. It's just, history with every step, right?
I feel you. Like this tree, drenched in history.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Grew
this-
from the blood of the Jam uprising.
This
That was
rock-
merely a sapling that day, and by that night it is the tree you see before you, and it has not grown a millimeter since.
This tile right here.
Yes, that is the tile of my family, of my ancestry, the long line of Carabils. Yes.
At this point, you hear the most dreaded noise that you could possibly have heard in your life.
My mother.
Carrie! Is that you?
Everybody, into the shipyard, please.
And would the banking group have rejoined the others during this time?
I mean, chance isn't. He's going to go try and collect like the corpse that he has stored.
Can I see this cat from where I'm at?
Oh yeah.
Question.
This is what I love about D&D.
I mean, if Chance is just going to go collect something, I would like to start ritually casting Speak with Animals.
Okay. Just in case it hasn't been mentioned before, the only house rule about ritual casting in this campaign is that if it has verbal components, you must chant for 10 minutes solid. You don't actually have to do it in person, just,
Okay.
canonically
Yeah,
the character.
And it's just me being like, kitty, 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 kitty.
Yes!
Kitty, 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 hoy. Kitty, 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 hoy.
She's not entrenched.
What's going on?
She's not entrenched in the party. She doesn't know about the hoy. She doesn't have to do the hoy.
I'm just wondering if it's across the board that
Fair.
everybody in this world has to hoy with their magic.
I mean, I would argue that, so Audra, in her time staying at Agus's, may have seen Tassa, Arazid's sister, casting really low-level ritual magic by going magic, 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 hoy, and dancing around it for 10 minutes. So she would have experienced that.
Yeah, I supported this. I thought it was unusual, but I supported this.
Fair enough.
I mean, I mostly worked out with her with Guiding Bolt, because that's a spell I know we both will likely have in common, and just help her with her aim. It's a level 1 spell.
She would have been very thankful. But yeah, so back in the present day for this, you can choose how you would wish to do that. If you're going to have to jump around and chant for 10 minutes solid, and the cat is going to look at you quite amusedly. And Solas would watch Audra do this. And same question for Inqua.
So,
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Solas would watch for maybe around 30 seconds before he realizes, oh, this is a long-term thing, and then just
Yeah.
Right, because he has seen this before.
yeah. So what he's gonna do is, since this is a person he knows next to nothing about, he's just gonna kind of stand a little bit away, so it's not obvious he's associating, but still close enough that he can keep an eye on what the hell is going on.
You know what? That's fair.
Fair enough. So Audra is going to jump around for 10 minutes and go kitty, 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 hoy, or just here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
I'm not gonna jump around, but I do a lot of stuff with my hands, like I'm
Right.
beckoning the cat.
Fair enough, yeah. As long as there is a semantic component to it.
Yes.
After 10 minutes, the cat will wink one of its eyes at you.
Hello, friend. How are you? Is it comfortable up there? Looks like you're sunbathing.
It's perfect.
See anything interesting the last couple days?
I have seen meowny things.
Oh, come on. Just between us cats.
Only the cool cats can talk to me. But since we are talking, you must be a cool cat even despite your body. At that point, the cat begins to lick its own asshole.
I'm used to this. I know I'm human shaped right now, but honestly, I kind of like gesture to the cat. One of my favorite shapes. Clearly the king of animals, of all animals.
Very well, it should be. Yes. That person I saw you with earlier. They snuck in here. They're the ones responsible for this financial issue that the town is dealing with. The man, the one with all the scars, the one who is the ward chief. People want to out him from office. But I was sleeping next to his balcony the other night. He is not going to survive that.
Is he ill?
In a sense. He is suffering from what one may call being overly egotistical.
This is why I never to be animals.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, just a chat thing. This cat has so much information. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Okay. Overly overly egotistical. How did that harm him? Did he do something ill-advised, or?
He begins to think that he is only man enough to live if he continues in his current position. If people oust him, then he is not worthy and therefore does not deserve to live. Hence.
Oh my gosh, do you think he might do something to himself?
He was thinking about it, apparently. He was talking with I didn't see who they were, and to be quite honest, I didn't care. He was talking about taking his legs off, which I thought was a strange sentence, and crawling out into the desert.
You did ask me earlier if a good berry would fix a limb that was gone, but it seemed like such a thin question because he had all his limbs at that point in time.
Yes, I thought it was strange that he would say, that makes sense then.
Well, thank you for chatting with me. Anything else interesting that you've seen? And I will kind of reach out and offer the cat a piece of jerky from one of my rations that I will never eat.
For a second, the cat, like, the offer of a treat immediately turns this cat, for like a second, from conversational powerhouse to kitty. And it's just like, meow! With the jerky and the... do excuse myself.
No, I mean, you must be hungry. You're doing so much work, so much espionage.
And the cat can't help itself but like start to like chew down on the jerky, but you know how like cats do that like really weird like
Yeah, like, I know, I'm so less. I'm right now. So
like
less. Save nothing less.
kind of like
I'm searching right now.
yeah, there's like a lot of that. It's like that thing that cats do when there's like something on their tongue and they're like trying to lick it off frantically, or they're like trying to chew something like right at the back of their mouth, and they do this like kind of weird grimacing chewing thing. The cat seems to do this.
I'm searching. Just give me a second. I'm searching.
Thank you. I trust that someone will be able to provide something appropriate. The cat will say, not a massive amount else. I have been watching that the individual across the road. The cat looks over at the shipyard. Try and break Glad I believe is the phrase that was used with some new type of crystal.
Oh, Breaking Bad moment. OMG. Oh, Heisenberg. Okay, sorry.
Can't go a day without a Breaking Bad.
It's just
By
for
the way,
once not
anyone who
you.
speaks Druidic can understand what I'm saying, but nobody can understand what this cat is saying.
Nice.
I fucking found it. Okay, here.
Yeah, that's more or less what the cat's doing. It's been quite amusing to watch, but I think someone should put that poor person out of their misery, yes? Oh, also there's a strange visitor at the tavern.
Strange how?
It looks like Amorja's assistant, but they are at the shipyard.
Oh, yes, I know all about that. It's so fun. One of these things is not like the other. If you catch my meanings.
Like a tail that can never be caught.
Exactly.
Meow. I would like to nap.
Before you nap, I know this is such an exciting town, but how would you feel about visiting somewhere else? Somewhere with lots of mice for you to chase after.
What are mice?
Ooh, they're like these fun little, for you, prey animals. You get to like chase them around. You know, you chase your tail, you chase a piece of string. It's pretty fun, and then you get to eat them afterwards.
Are they crunchy?
Yes, they do have bones, so I assume they are crunchy.
Sometimes I feed frozen mice to my ferrets. Can confirm crunch.
Oh no.
They're obligate carnivores. What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's only because my snakes won't eat them. I digress. You know, I do like the sound of that. I would like to get off of this hot clay roof.
Okay, so I will, since the animal seems willing, I will cast Animal Messenger at 4th level, because I checked on the map and that's the level I need to get an animal to grow using this spell.
Okay.
So it's a walking animal, so I already did the math on, like, I looks like about 100 miles. During
Nice.
4th level I can get about 125 miles.
Huh.
And I give them a morsel of food. They've had the jerky.
And they just disappear?
It says basically it just gives them like a supernatural ability to travel that distance without getting tired.
Oh, what fun! The cat jumps down. Its eyes are fully dilated.
So it can send a 25-word message to a person like that I described. So I'm going to describe Sophia. She lives in the palace. She has like blonde hair, fair, about my height, pretty young, white robes. Should be in like the West Wing. And then I will start the 25-word message. Hi Sophia, I'm safe. Met some new friends. They're very interesting. How are you? Send a bird back, if you can, on a floating island. And that's the message.
Alright. Anything else?
Just give her a good nuzzle for me.
Gladly.
She'll give you plenty of treats, I promise.
The cat, crouches down, butt extends into the air. The cat does its little cat butt wiggle thing that cats do just before they pounce. And then zoom! The cat runs right past you, right out of the gate in less than a second. There are like hot, flaming paw prints left behind that sputter out after a little bit.
Okay, I say, turning back to my friends. We're good here. I have some interesting information, a little bit of it concerning, about Tian. Apparently they're not doing so well, politically or emotionally.
You were actually hoping.
For the cat?
Or, okay, never mind, I've seen later. Well, this, I had imagined that Tian wasn't doing great. Let's just say before these lot left town for the first time, things were going, for lack of a better word, to shit. So,
Yeah, I mean, I know you're kind of like one of their council people now, so you might want to just look after them, because it seems like they're emotionally not doing well, and maybe considering taking off both their legs and walking into the desert by themselves. So,
my problem is I've done all I really can to support him without getting into too personal backgrounds. I will be honest, I've only been here 2 days at most.
oh. I mean, that's plenty of time to make friends, right?
I'd rather not make friends in a place where I'm not going to stay unless there is one to come with me. It's the sort
Oh,
of...
you're not staying here?
Oh no, I'll be travelling back with a group once I leave. I just simply made some recommendations, assisted here and there. My goal was to put this place on the right path to becoming a better place than it was. As even with all the things it had, it was still much better.
Sure. I think your friends / acquaintances, chance, we're talking about maybe you coming with us for reasons that I fully understand.
If memory serves, the next stop should be Hateful Sun, further to the north. Or if they've decided a different location.
And as the rest of the party approaches the shipyard, how would Ollie Carabil fill them in on the deep history of Gembes?
Yes, well, like I was telling you before, there was a burnt out tree and a weary traveler, and he knew that his feet could carry him no further along the sands. And so he made from the tree a sled of sorts, but with no way to power it, he wept. And the burning sun in the sky shone down on him, and the passion of his emotions, the hot burning salt of his tears, it awakened something in her, a sort of empathy. And so, from the sky's shimmering lights fell, tinkling down into the earth, crystals. And using the crystal, he was able to charge the Gembe off into the sun across the sands, where he found the civilization of Onolembo and the sword in the tree, and he became our 5th chief of culture.
You, with that glorious introduction, you step over the threshold into the open yard. Some of you may see Crosstail's head bobbing up and down, hard at work on the mezzanine level. And you hear him cry, "I hate science!"
And here is his grandson, the illustrious scientific, the amazing carpenter, Crosstail of the burnt tree.
You see his head like pop up look down at all of you guys, have a look of panic and regret, pop down, pop up again with a big cheesy grin on his face. Welcome! Welcome! And that is where we're going to leave it for this week.
OMG.
I'm back, bitches.
Good old Solas.
Yay.
Yeah.
Naturally nice person, holy shit.
I also really miss Ollie doing what Ollie does best.
I'm honestly impressed you are to keep it up for that long. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Thank you.